I put the wall like on the other side of me for some reason. I was just panicking. I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, if someone's like, I'm not carrying that hard, but it's always good to recognize who the the people on your team are that are farmed, and if one or two of them are missing, you probably don't want to engage the enemies as much as you would if they were there because especially when you like there's games where you'll have one person that's totally carrying you and then your team will initiate a 4 versus 5 because they're just winning so much and like all four of you will die because the one person that's carrying you is not there. And oh man, I hope you guys can't hear those dogs barking because that would be weird. But yeah, once again, that is happening on my end. There's not dogs barking on your end. And so looks like we're just gonna push bottom tower. I don't know what was up with that. I don't know why Renekton just decided to charge in the bush. I'm starting to question his skills there because usually at this point in the game, if you see an enemy, you've got to assume there's like at least two other people with them because people usually stick together. And but Renekton just charged on in. Now Nunu, that was really dumb because the tower is about to go down. I don't know how skilled these people are, really. I mean, this is my first ranked game. Um, yeah, and then their gangplank just runs in for no reason, and the wall really held him back a lot. Like the wall is just like a freaking amazing stun type of thing. And I think I'm running out of mana here. I'll probably use clarity once I realize my spells aren't casting. Yeah, I just did. Which, I mean, I should probably get a little more skill and use clarity right before my spells stop casting so that I don't miss any good opportunities. And at this point in the game, it's kind of tipped in our favor. Uh, and once you get Archangel Staff on Anivia, it's just like, wow, like you can just have Archangel Staff is like the item that just gives you infinite mana. And what I like to do, I'm not doing it right now because I was feeling kind of lazy, but I just cast, if I'm running somewhere, I'll just cast the ult for like half a second over and over because it's really, it's cheap, it has a low cooldown. I think it's only like 70 mana or something to like have it up for like its minimum duration. But then again, when I'm running around in the forest, I want to have it up just in case I do see like 3 enemies pop out and I need to slow them. But if I'm running somewhere and I feel fairly safe, I will just... And let me tell you why I would do that, in case you don't know what Archangel Staff does. Every time you cast a spell, it gives you 4 max... It adds 4 to your maximum mana. You can see I just did it right there. And it does that permanently. And I think it only works like every 6 seconds or something. But Anivia is a really good character to just get a ton of mana on easily with the Archangel Staff. But, I mean, generally at this point I don't run out of mana anyway, but I still like to max out my mana because you never know how long you're going to be, like, out there in the team fights. And, so here we're going for Baron. Oh yeah, I was wondering if this is the game where this happens. Shen comes in, they all come in. Now, my stun, like, goes off and, like, gets, like, 2 or 3 of them. They do stop my ult, but they kill me. I don't know if they meant to kill me first, but I had my egg up, so in actuality, no one died. Like, literally no one died. Yeah, I mean, everybody's on my team, or my team is like, good game, fail. I mean, I don't think the enemies really, the only thing they really did wrong was try to focus me down first. And that's just one of those things. And I'm telling my allies I'm the only one they killed and I had egg, haha. Someone said that we had stunned them till death. I think I got 2 stuns off there. I think I remember getting off 2 stuns, and that is just, getting off 2 1-second AoE stuns is just like an eternity. And I didn't use the wall. I don't think I did because really what am I going to do? I can... Like, we're all too close together. If I just try to split the enemies up, I might put an ally next to, like, 2 enemies and mess it up. Walling us in probably wouldn't be a good idea because then if we lost the team fight or if we were losing the team fight, then I would just mess it up, mess things up more. And so you always want to be really like the wall isn't just an ability that you just throw down all the time. It does. There are situations where you're not going to use it, and that's why I like that spell. It's really, it's not super skill intensive, but compared to a lot of stuff in this game, it's a pretty skill intensive ability. And the next item you get on Anivia is Void Staff. At this point, oh, and you can see I'm just casting my ult to get my mana up there. Once you get Void Staff on Anivia, that usually means you've already won. Like, once you start building towards it. I mean, it's the same with Archangel Staff in some ways, but looks like they're all chasing. I don't know. I'm just trying to get up there. Pathfinding tells me that this is the fastest way to get up there, so I'm like, okay, I'll go that way. Oh, and another thing about why Anivia's ult is good to max out your mana with Archangel Staff is because you can cast it while you're moving. There's no cast time. And so that's always good. And you can see I'm just maxing out my mana here, getting a little bit more mana. No reason not to. And our allies are saying, I'm thinking Will of the Ancients. At this point I feel like we're already so far ahead, but I don't know, our team could mess it up by doing a team fight when the good people aren't there. I don't know. My score is pretty good at the end of the game. I don't know if I'm carrying us or what, but I am doing a lot of AoE damage, AoE stuns. You could see that the wall like helped us out a lot at some points, and when they focus me down first, that's always funny. And I mean, I don't know. That's why I wonder if Anivia is overpowered, because unlike pretty much every other caster except maybe Karthus, you can't just focus her down because you'll probably just lose the team fight because you wasted all the... She basically has double the health of everyone else, and she comes back from the eggs so fast. And I just want to finish my Void Staff. I just took change out of my pocket. That also isn't happening in wherever you are. So just in case you're like freaking out, like wondering where you're hearing change. What was I talking about? Yeah, I probably should have just like followed my allies, but I was like, I really want Void Staff. I don't know why. I didn't even really look at their items and see if they were going for magic resist or what. But I mean, we do have Pantheon. I think Galio's magic damage, but I quit the game for a while right before he came out. The last character I really played with much new character was when Vlad came out. And oh, wall, here's a good wall, except Akali like was on the wrong side of it, so that was awkward. But Akali blinks a lot, so you can't really blame me. Come on. And I think it looked like Nunu started his ult and then it immediately ended. So I don't know what that was about. I don't know if someone stunned him. When I play Nunu, I'm actually always happy to play against Akali. And yeah, we're just cleaning him up. We're so far ahead at this point. I'm always happy to play against Akali or any character that can't blink away from my ult or stun me out of my ult. And this is when I'm playing Nunu. Because Akali can only blink to allies or enemies to her, people are enemies to her. And I'm just dealing a ton of damage here. Oh, I think do I wall? Ooh, oh, I ran out of mana. Oh, and I should have used Clarity, and I should have used the wall. I probably could have gotten him. Should have kept track of my mana a little more. At least I was mostly trying to max out my mana with the Archangel Staff, but yeah, I gotta remember, even if once I have Archangel Staff, I really gotta use that ult every 4 seconds or whatever to just make sure my mana gets maxed out. I could try to really optimize it, and since I think the ult has a 4-second cooldown and Archangel Staff ability has like 6, I could just wait 2 seconds after my ult cooldown is up to try to do it exactly every 6 seconds, but I don't feel like trying that hard. It's already pretty try hard that I use the ult every few seconds. Huh. Well, the enemies are... They're like, and we all fall down. Speak for yourself, LOL. At least they're in a good mood in this game. I'm glad when everyone's in a good mood and they're not complaining all the time. One thing I oh here I'm just like messing with Galio, like say because at this point we're like so far ahead. I'm just putting down the wall, and yeah, I noticed in ranked that people are a lot more serious, and if you don't if you don't do what they say, like on the character selection screen or whatever, they'll just get really mad, and even if you, and then you'll like carry the whole game anyways, and then they won't say anything. But I hate it when people complain. And I was actually thinking of walling us into Dragon, but like Blitz has his speed on and stuff, like, and they're about to move out. Like I was just gonna do it as a joke, but I was like, now's not the time. Especially when Akali's up here. I didn't even think of that. Like it would be awkward if we were all waiting there for like 8 seconds. So Shen moves in. He's tank. Fortunately, we don't focus him. The enemies move out of my circle. I don't know if that's a good idea. That's another weird thing. And going for Renekton there. Galio is all by himself. I should have led that Q. I should have shot in a different direction. I guess maybe I assumed Nunu would move towards us or something. I don't know. Oh, while in gangplank, ton of damage, dead. I don't know why Nunu moved up. I guess he just wanted to seem like he was going to help him. But, wow, I'm like really close to being dead. There's a lot of close calls in this game, but, I mean, I am pretty good at moving away from fights when it's the time to move away, but sometimes it is risky because I could have taken a little bit more damage and been dead, or I could have taken a little less damage and been less dead. So I don't know, but so I'm going back there. I'm getting the needlessly large rod. I think I'm going for the Zhonya's hourglass because the old build went for Zhonya's ring, and at this point anyway it doesn't really matter, but I figure the hourglass will help me more because I might want to use it like if I come back from my egg or something and everybody's trying to kill me or something weird. Like just having more survivability at this point is going to get me further than having more AP, I think. And I was going to say a second ago, I wasn't really paying attention if the enemy had magic resist or not. I mean, obviously the Void Staff is in the build, and I'm just going to get it because I just like this build. But it's always good to know what items your enemy has so nothing surprises you. And that's definitely a skill I need to learn more. Gotta resync the audio. 26, 27, 28, 29. Anyways, another thing I was going to say is that I'm disappointed on this Anivia skin. I really liked the picture. She looked all like brown and stuff, but in game it's like black and it doesn't look very good. Um, like I mean, it looks more like an eagle than normal Anivia, but it's just not that cool. And they're actually, I saw some pictures in like the one of the forums or something that it showed like that they're redoing some of the old skins or something, like some of the old characters that look kind of bad and cartoony, they're redoing them. I don't know if I'm allowed to give out info on that or whatever. Like, oh yeah, this is where they start focusing me because they realize, but you can see, I don't know what our allies are doing up there. Sometimes my best guess is that they were all chasing one dude, and so they didn't move down. Like sometimes in a team fight, you like you're like fighting two people, and then there's like 3 or 4 of you fighting like 1 or 2 people, and then you're like, oh wait, all the other enemies are over there, and they're killing all my allies. And I was saying, man, they really went for me, and I think that's what happened. I think they were, yeah. Even Galio said I failed to realize. And they're going to try to push hard here, so this is a little late game excitement. You thought this game was just going to be boring for the rest of the game, but this is very exciting. And